Good morning, dear students. This is your teacher Neelam Helawat, and we are doing chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. Now, in the previous video, dear students, we have talked about the first phylum of non-chordata, that is the Porifera. Now, in this particular class, dear students, we will talk about the second phylum, that is phylum Cnidaria, or we can call it as with another name which is called as Coelenterata. Okay, we can call it as Coelenterata. What do we call it as? Coelenterata. Coelenterata. So this phylum is known with two names. One is Cnidaria, and second is Coelenterata. Okay? And this is your second phylum of non-chordata. Now, coming to the Cnidarians or Coelenterata, these organisms, generally they are found in water. So that is why they're aquatic. Mostly they are marine, means they will be found in the sea water. So they are marine species. So they are aquatic and mostly they are marine. They may be sessile or free swimming. Sessile means that they may be fixed at one point or they may be moving from one place to another. So that is why I am saying either they are sessile or free living. They may be found in groups or individually. So they may be solitary or colonial. So the habitat I was discussing, that these organisms, they are aquatic and mostly they are found in sea water. So that is why we are saying that they are marine. They may be sessile or free swimming, and they may be solitary, living in individually, or maybe living in colonies. Now here in this case, these organisms that belong to the phylum Coelenterata, they have a central opening. Okay, they have a central opening, as you can see in the picture. They have a central opening, and this central opening is referred to as mouth. Okay, or hypostome. We can call it as mouth or hypostome. So we can say that the digestive system basically has single opening. Okay, digestive system, it has single opening, that is only mouth on the hypostome, and that is why this digestive system is incomplete. Generally, a complete digestive system has two openings. One is mouth, another is anus. So if a digestive system has two openings, we call it as complete digestive system. But here in case of Coelenterata or Cnidarians, mouth has only one opening. Okay, it has, say digestive system has only one opening, that is mouth. That is why the digestive system is incomplete. And the digestion can be intracellular or extracellular, means digestion may occur inside the cell or it might occur outside the cell. And as I told you, they are referred to as Cnidarians. They basically contain a special type of cells which is only present in these organisms. They are referred to as cnidoblast cells. So they have cnidoblast cells, and that is why they have been named as Cnidarians. Okay, they contain a special type of cells which are called as stinging cells. Okay, they are stinging cells that can paralyze the prey species that roam about this class of organisms. So they contain cnidoblast cells which are stinging cells. They may paralyze the prey species that might move around them. So respiratory system is absent, circulatory system is absent, and the excretion, that is removal of waste materials, it mainly occurs through the body surface. So removal of waste will be occurring through the body surface. Okay, right everyone? And if we compare the nervous system, so they only have few neurons. They only have a network of neurons. They do not have the nervous system, but they only have a network of neurons which is present inside them, and that can represent their nervous system, right? Okay, and as you can see, this is a picture of Hydra. Okay, and the mouth is surrounded with tentacles. So their mouth is surrounded with tentacles so that they can trap the organisms, and these As I told you that they have tentacles for food collection. The mouth is surrounded by the tentacles, and these tentacles, they help in food collection of the food, and secondly they provide defense to the organism, right? And these tentacles, they further contains the special cells, as I've already told you, which gives them this phylum the name Cnidarians, as they contain special cells which are called as cnidoblast cells, stinging cells. And these stinging cells, they paralyze the prey because they contain a poison filled capsule, because these cells, they contain a poison filled capsule which is called as Pneumatocyst. Okay, what do we call that capsule which contains the poison? Pneumatocyst. Okay, so these cells, they can kill or paralyze the enemies and the prey. Okay, so this is the shape of the cnidoblast cells. As you can see here, this is the shape of the cnidoblast cells. So it has, this is a nematocyst, a capsule which will containing the poison, and that will be, this will inject this string like structure will induce the poison into the prey, or you can say the organism that is coming close to these species. Now just look at this Hydra. Just see the tentacles. Can you see these structures? Right. So these see, this will trigger the coil threads, as you can see. So these threads, they will discharge the as you can see, this is a cnidoblast cells. So this will capture the prey like this. This will circle around the you can say these cells, they will circle around the prey, and then they will inject the chemical into the body or the poison into the body, and the prey will die, or you can say it will become paralyzed, so that it can be easily engulfed into the mouth. ठीक है, जब आपका organism जो है paralyzed हो गया है, dead हो गया है, then these organisms, they will take the dead organism or the prey inside the body, or it can be digested outside the body. Okay, both the digestions, they are present here. Digestion can be intracellular, digestion can be extracellular. Okay, thus we can say that these cnidarians, basically, they have a tissue level of organization. As we see that there is arrangement of group of cells are there, so there is a tissue level of organization, and their body wall also contains two layers. As you can see here, the body wall contains two layers. This is one layer, this is second layer. So there is, the body wall is made up of two layers of cells, so they are also diploblastic. Okay, they are also diploblastic. So they contain special type of cells which are called cnidoblast cells. They are diploblastic. Their digestion system is incomplete. They only have a mouth. Okay, and nervous system is also it is only represented by a network of neurons. Circulatory system is absent, right? Now these cnidarians, basically, they exhibit two different forms. Means the organisms, they have two different forms. One is polyp, another is medusa. That is why we say that they exhibit polymorphism. Okay, they exhibit polymorphism. Now see, this is a structure of this is a structure of polyp, and this is a structure of medusa. Polyp basically is sessile. Okay, it is a sessile. It cannot move from one place to another, like as we have Hydra. So Hydra has a polyp form, while the medusa, it is free living. Okay, medusa is free living and it is umbrella shaped. Okay, medusa is umbrella shaped and it is free living. Just you can have an example like jellyfish. The best example is jellyfish. So these organisms that exist in a cnidarians, in Coelenterata, they exhibit two different forms of the body, and that is why we say that they show polymorphism. Polymorphism means two different forms. So they show polymorphism, and secondly they exhibit a very interesting phenomena which is called as alternation of generation. Alternation of generation means polyp will produce medusa. Okay, if there is polyp will form the medusa, and if there is medusa is present, medusa will form the polyp. Then again polyp will form medusa, medusa will form the polyp. So this is called as alternation of generations. So cnidarians, they exhibit alternation of generations. Polyp produce medusa, medusa produces polyp. Okay, I hope this much is clear, everyone. Okay, so polyp, as I told you, these organisms, they exhibit two different forms of the body, polyp and the medusa. Polyp is sessile, while your medusa is free living and it is umbrella shaped. Okay, and they exhibit alternation of generations. Polyp produces medusa and medusa produces polyp. Okay, now polyp reproduces only asexually. Okay, this is a polyp. So Hydra is a best example. Polyp exhibit only asexual reproduction, and that asexual reproduction is by budding. While medusa, that exhibits sexual reproduction. So medusa will undergo the sexual reproduction where there is a formation of gametes, male and female gametes will be formed. While in case of polyp, it will only have asexual reproduction. Again, the fertilization will be external, means male and female gametes, they will fuse outside the body, and development is indirect. Again, there is a larval stage which will not resemble the adult. Okay, as you can see here, can you see this is budding which is being shown in this photograph in case of Hydra. So budding is occurring here. Now these are the few examples that I'm showing you on your screen. The examples are Hydra, Obelia, Physalia, sea anemone and the corals. This example shows the Hydra. So Hydra has a polyp form. Corals, as you can see, again they have polyp form because they are fixed at one point. Physalia, okay. Sea anemone, again a polyp form, but jellyfish is a medusa form, okay. Jellyfish has a medusa form, right? So these are all examples of the phylum Coelenterata or Cnidarians, right everyone? Okay, now coming to the third phylum, which is called as Stinophora. What do we call the third phylum? Stinophora. They are commonly called as comb jellies. Okay, the common name is comb jellies, or we can call them as sea walnuts. What do we call them as? Sea walnuts, right? We call them as comb jellies or we call them as sea walnuts. Okay. And these organisms, they are exclusively marine. Exclusively marine means they will be only found in the seawater. They are solitary, means they will be existing individually, and they are pelagic. They exhibit radial symmetry and they are diploblastic. Okay, they are again made up of two layers of cells, so are diploblastic. They also have a tissue level of organization, means cells, they will be grouped together to form the tissues. Now digestion, as I told you, digestion again is incomplete because they also have a mouth but they do not have anus. So digestive system is incomplete. Digestion is intracellular also, extracellular also. Respiratory system is absent, circulatory system is absent, and again they remove their body waste through the body surface, as we observe in case of Coelenterata. So similar features. Again, nervous system is also represented by a few network of neurons which is present here. So similar, Stinophora and the Coelenterata, they are quite similar phylums. Okay. Now, if we talk about the reproductive system, the comb jellies, they only reproduce asexually. So SRP means, they only reproduce sexually. So there is only sexual reproduction which is observed, which is seen in case of Stinophora. So only sexual reproduction is here. There is no asexual reproduction. They are hermaphrodite, means male and female parts, they are present in the same organism. Fertilization is external and development is also indirect. Okay, development is indirect. In addition to this, there are some special features that is observed in case of Stinophora. First, they move with the help of comb plates. Okay, their movement means these organisms, they move with the help of comb plates. If you look at this, see, these are the comb plates, 1, 2, 3, these green structures as you can see here. So there are 8 comb plates. Okay, there are 8 rows of comb plates. So, have you understood? There are 8 rows of comb plates, and these plates, they help in the motion of the, comb jellies. Again, tentacles, they are present. As you can see here, tentacles are present. Okay, so tentacles are also present in their body. In addition to this, they also show bioluminescence. Bioluminescence means that they emit light. So these organisms that belong to the Stinophora, they exhibit light. They emit light. Their bodies emit light, And that is why we say that these organisms, they exhibit the phenomena of bioluminescence. Okay, the best example, as you can see in the pictures, that is Plurobranchia. This is one of the best examples, Plurobranchia. So what is the example? Plurobranchia. And movement is with the help of 8 complex ciliated. These complex, they contain cilia. So they are ciliated complex. 8 vertical rows of complex are present and they help in locomotion. They exhibit the phenomena of bioluminescence, means they emit light. And tentacles are also present in their bodies. Okay, so these are the important features of this phylum. Now these are the few examples that have one we have already discussed, that is Plurobranchia we have discussed. Other than this, we have Ctenoplana. This is an example of Ctenoplana, this is an example of Ctenoplana, right? Okay everyone, and this is an example of Hormifora. This is an example of Hormifora. Okay, so we have listed a few examples here: Ctenoplana, Plurobranchia and Hormifora. Okay everyone? Okay, any doubt in these 2 phylums now? Okay, so for today your work will be that you will be making notes of these 2 phylums, and you will be reading the page numbers 50 to 51, right? Okay, so if there is any doubt, any query, you can send your queries to me. Okay, so that's all for today. Bye everyone.